Good morning, social media. We're on live on Facebook, YouTube, and now Instagram. Awesome. We're live. Listen, we come to talk about welcome to the Mind Your Business Monday, where we have some special guests. We have some great things we're going to talk about. So if you're watching this, you're watching the replay, you're watching the live, join us as we have this discussion. We'll give you a minute to hop on because we know it's early in the morning and you're probably getting ready for work or you're listening to us on podcast. So let's get ready to rock out as we discuss business. Let's talk about it. Here we go. Let's grow. All right, honey. What's up, husband?
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Everyone, how you doing this morning?
Yep. I'm gonna turn it over to you, husband. I forgot to download my Facebook, but yeah, pray for me.
That's okay. Well, good morning, everybody. Listen, we want to take about 2 minutes of just quick, hey, how you doing? We want you to like, subscribe, share. I promise you, listen, do not tune away or stay tuned in, how you want to say it. We're going to share some good information. You know us. If we're coming on this early in the morning about business, we're going to be sharing some great business tips. Listen, who is this for? If you have a business, if you thinking about a business, I promise you, listen, we're going to share some great tips, great information. As we learn it, we share it because we believe that we don't have time to hold on to valuable information. Got to get out there fast. So this is for anyone who has a business or is thinking about starting a business. We have some very, 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 very special guests on today. It's going to kind of really echo what we're saying. So if you're listening, don't tune off. Do your best. Hang on there. We came in early, so it's before you get into your work, before you get into your job, before you leave. So throw your earphones on and take a ride with us this morning. Babe, this morning. So do you want me to wait a minute? Just jump right into it.
Jump right into it. I'm just sharing. Yep, go ahead, do your
Okay.
thing.
So listen, this what I want to share this morning. Many people. Good morning, Miss Butler. Many people have asked a question. And I'm gonna give you a little snippet. I've traveled a lot of places, done a lot of things, and I've always talked about business. I love business, and this is the number one question. A lot of people ask, or I guess the great discussion. I want to start a business, but I don't know what I want to do. I want to start a business, and I don't know what I want to do, and or people started a business in what they wanted to do and it wasn't profitable. And so this is like a big huge dilemma, a big huge problem, is that people are trying to figure out, how do I become profitable in starting a business. So listen, perfect example, I went to Atlanta, Georgia last year, and I was talking to a guy, and I was telling him they need to get a, business entrepreneurship is awesome, you got to do this. And he came to me and said the same thing. He said, look here, man, I want to start a business, but I don't know what to do. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I told him, I said, look, if that's the problem, to start a profitable business, think about this, a profitable business. That means you're making money, enough money to sustain you, to sustain the business, and to make more money. It's not like you're just making enough just to survive yourself. Profitable means you're making money to put up. You're making extra money that you can pay people, pay yourself, and still have money left over. Profits means after I paid all my expenses, I have money left over. You can't do that alone. As I told him, it's not about you doing something you want to do. It's about you doing something that people need. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about how to start a profitable business. And the key concept to understand that is, what business do I start? Not what do I do? I want you to write it down first. What business do I start to become profitable? Not what do I do? And the prime example of this, I'm reading a book right now. Write this down. Good book to read called The E Myth. The E Myth, and it's also called The E Myth Revisited. That's the total a point of it. The E Myth Revisited, and it tells you this. And I don't know if you can write all this down, babe, but this is the moral to the whole story. And after we put the moral together, we're gonna bring the guests in and kind of talk about this. The E Myth talks about that a technician, Write this down. I don't know if you can type this all in, baby. Figure out how to summarize it. A technician looks in themselves and figure out what they can do to start a business. A technician looks in themselves.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do that, Bishop.
I figure somebody else, when if you're watching, figure out how
Yeah.
to summarize this. But a technician looks in themselves and figure out what they can do, and then say, you know what, that's the business I'm gonna start. A entrepreneur looks outside into the world and see what is needed, and they start a business. There's a two big differences. I'm gonna say it again. A technician look within themselves and say, what can I do to start a business? I can cut hair, I can cut yards, I can paint. I'm a mechanic, and you start a business off what you do. And there's a problem with that. But entrepreneur says, what is needed in the world? And they say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do because this is what everybody needs. And I start a business. And people are like, well, why would I just, pick something that everybody need and not what I do? Because the point is, if you pick something everybody need, you won't have to do it. You will hire somebody else to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point right there.
Yeah.
You can't be profitable if you're the only person that can do what you know how to do. You
Yeah.
have to figure out how you can start a business that's something you can't do. Because if you can't do it, you won't do it. If you won't do it, you will have to hire somebody else. If you hire somebody else, guess what? Now while they doing that, you can find something else that somebody need,
Right.
and now you can start that business. So this is what the whole thought process is. I gave you the generation of it. You want to jump in that same thing today before we bring in, I guess?
Yeah, we like you said, we get so many. Good morning to everybody that's joining. What's up? What's up? What's up? Thank y'all for rocking out. If you're
Good
joining,
morning.
listen,
Good
I want to
morning.
say
Good
this real
morning.
quick. We are talking about mind your business. This is about business. We come and talk about life, love, marriage, ministry, and money sometimes. And today we're talking about business, the importance, because so many people have reached out, and we appreciate you. Please don't stop reaching out. But when you ask us questions, we always want to come and discuss those questions. Are you always welcome to join the Lions Den to be a part of that
What
anytime?
doing what? Doing what?
Lions Den,
I
Lions
want to
Den
make sure
Small
I rock my
Business.
lines. Then look, and then
Come
listen.
on, rock it.
Happy hunting.
Let's
Let's
eat.
eat.
I
That's
love
our
it.
mottos and the lines. And y'all can get tired of hearing about the lines in this morning because I'm gonna wear it out. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you might get tired of it, but if you keep asking us about business, we're going to either tell you the Lions Den or show up to the Mind Your Business Mondays conversation. But one of the things we're super duper excited for those that are on here with us, and we
Good
can't wait to bring
morning.
them on. But I will tell you this, when it comes to starting a business, there's great opportunities, great things. This is not no pyramid scheme, get rich quick. You put in the work, and these people that we have with us, they're going to kind of discuss it. So I want to join them in and get started.
Well,
And
let me. And what I'm gonna
okay,
do, I'm gonna bring him in, and I want to kind of just really set the stage real quick. My wife's gonna drive. I'm gonna be the passenger driver, and so she's gonna drive while I'm passenger driver. But listen, I want to just tell you real quick. So that's the key thing. So as you get ready to join, add people in. How do I become profitable? How do I become profitable? And we have some great examples of that on the call today. Some young ladies, young ladies. I mean, we are literally, listen. This entrepreneur world is being overtaken by women. Men are still on the Monday through Fridays and 8 to 5s, and these women saying, you know what, forget that. I'm gonna be
can't
powerful.
wait.
I'm gonna war, hear my cry. I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna start this out. So I'm really excited. But as we've talked about this topic today, that we got to look within, stop looking within and start a business because, yeah, even though you are a barber, you can look into yourself and become a barber, but you got to figure out, okay, how can I multiply that? People do need their haircut, but you can't be profitable if you just do it yourself. You got to get more. So a prime example of someone who looked within and started a business at first, they should realize if I'm gonna become profitable, I got to look outside and figure out what everybody else want while I'm still doing. Look, my hobby is my hobby. I do what I like for a hobby. I do what everyone else like for business. You can type that one up, baby. I do what I like for a hobby. I do what everyone else like for a business. A prime example of someone who did that is Miss Garrett. Miss Garrett. I love Miss Garrett. Introducing, I want you to bring her on, babe. And how you doing?
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
So I'm really excited about this young lady. She is probably one of the longest standing.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh, my bad. I can't stop trying. Okay, go ahead.
okay. But I'm really excited about this young lady because she's one of the probably the longest standing attendees become member of the Lions Den. I don't know
Yeah,
anyone
she was there
no
when it was
longer.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. So I want to give you a chance, a little bit, introduce yourself, Miss Gary. Kind of tell us about you, your business, and about your journey to the Lions Den, and just whatever you want to do to kind of let the world know who is Shantor Garrett.
Hi, my name is Shator Garrett. I do have two businesses, like Bishop said. I started with my hobby. I love my hobby. It was, helping people, but it wasn't profitable. They gave me a sit down. They kind of talked to me about, hey, have you thought about anything else? In a nutshell, they were so sweet about it. The lady she was like, okay, that's good, but we need to think about something else. And so I tapped into that. I started thinking, praying, things like that to kind of get me to where I am today. And I just kind of tapped into it. And so my hobby was Becoming the Change LLC, which is a life coach speaker. So I did that, and it wasn't really profitable just because of the demand, and certain people feel like they don't really need that at this period of time in their life. So I tapped into S&J Clean Sweep, which is my cleaning service business, and I just kind of took off with that, which is very lucrative. Yes, so I actually do commercial cleaning, residential, Airbnbs, post construction.
Wait, pause. Can y'all put the hearts in here? Because they can't see y'all hearts when you harden it up.
I
But
wish
I
I could
dare you
hard
to
it.
just put in the den member. I'm gonna need you to put the line in there. We celebrate our lions right here. But if you could just say congratulations to this minority Black-owned
Yes,
business woman in
yes,
Yes.
business. We
ma'am.
celebrate you, man. Awesome.
Thank
Go ahead. I'm
you.
sorry.
So those are the service that we offer, and so I just kind of tapped into that arena because everybody is wanting it, needing it. So like Bishop said, I looked into the world and kind of seen what would kind of fit me, what would I need to do. And so now I started my business. I've only been in business for about a couple of months. It's been since November, but I have been cleaning outside of that, just started that business during that time.
Right.
So, and I have a couple of employees already that work underneath me. So
Wait,
that's
time out.
And for those who don't know the Lions Den, I love doing this when they
Yes,
got stuff like that, man.
I love it, man. Go
so
ahead. I'm
yes.
sorry.
So I'm just looking to expand and kind of just go out there and just like you said, let's eat.
Man, that is awesome, man. Like I say she's amazing, and she's a perfect student. One thing about Miss Garrett, I'll say this here before we transition to the next speaker, because we're gonna have a discussion here. We're gonna talk. We got some dialogue, or not just dialogue. We got some what four-way talking here. But one thing about Miss Garrett is that she is a true lion. She was a untamed lion at first, and she would claw, scratch, scrape, and look, and you'll get cut if you watch out, because the girl, she's gonna get what she got to get, and I love that about her. And I knew if we could bottle that up and kind of direct it, she was gonna be amazing. This girl, she don't ask for permission.
No.
She asked for forgiveness. She didn't she listen, she sit back, she listened to it all, she take it all in, and she takes off. I mean, going out getting business funding, going out getting employees, going out, and she go out there and she'll tear it all up and say, hey, Bishop, firstly, I got this. How do I fix this? But she gonna get it. She ain't gonna wait. If she think about it, she gonna go. But that's what it takes. I was
Yes.
telling my wife the other day, Miss Garrett, before we bring on the next guest, is I figured something out. The people that's in the den now is like us. We
Yeah.
all crazy. We crazy.
Yes.
We ain't got it
We
all.
risk take. We're not crazy. We risk takers.
Oh no, no. I ain't gonna take it back. We crazy. It take a crazy person to do what we doing, man, because we trying to figure it out. So I want to apply to you. And yeah, we risk takers. I do play, or I do accept that too. But we are different. But we balance each other. We need the community we in. We need each other.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say, babe, before I bring on the next guest?
Somebody,
Cray, cray.
Ashley say, cray, cray. Yes, we are. We
We
be out here
crazy, man.
smooth, and don't even. We just like we gonna do it. Let's do it.
Yes.
And our family and friends look at us like,
What? Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, that's why I can't talk to you. I'm gonna go talk to the den. So
Such
this next person is also special to me. She is a young lady. a young
Yeah.
minority-owned business. I can't wait to get both of these young ladies, WSOB or woman certified owned business. I can't wait to get both of these ladies WSOB because they're gonna drag the whole den, and everywhere they go, we're gonna be getting contracts left and right.
Yeah.
Because it's the power. But this young lady here also, she not only did she not just look within her, she heard some things that can be done and some things that could work. And she just did it. She was crazy about it. She went out and purchased a machine that was only in China and brought it to America, and is doing some things at another level. So I want to bring on real quick this young lady by the name of, I call her Miss Legends, Miss what not Legacy. I call her Miss Legacy. She is building a legacy. Miss Legans, introduce yourself and tell everybody about you and what you're doing in this entrepreneur space.
Good morning, everybody. I should have put that as my name today, Miss Legacy. That's what Bishop has named me. But my name is Lamisha Liggins. I have two businesses as well. The first one is real estate. So I have two real estate properties. Kind of just got into this business. I bought my first house during the pandemic. And so I had a lot of time to sit at home and think, okay, how am I going to make money from this asset that I've now purchased? And so it initially started because I traveled a lot for work. So my first thought was to put it on Airbnb while I traveled on the weekends for work. And then that kind of evolved into, okay, it's being rented out every time I travel. Let me open it up for when I don't travel. So I was booked up at pretty much every weekend for about a year. And then I transitioned that to a full-time rental, long-term rental, and then I moved back home. And so then I purchased my second property in 2023 of last year. Stayed in it for about 6 weeks and then got a long-term tenant as well. So hoping my next goal with real estate is to get a duplex. So
Hold on, wait. Well, go ahead and say the duplex piece, and I got to come back and touch on something before she jump into her next business.
No, I was just gonna say I want to go from 2 doors to 4 doors this year. So that's my goal.
Yeah.
See, she talking real estate language. See, only real estate folks understand 2-door, 4-door, 12-door, 15, 20 doors. And that's a real estate. That girl here, man. And that's one thing I like about her. I ain't gonna actually tell you age, but I'm gonna tell y'all she young. She a baby. And this is what I like about the fact. Listen, I'm really trying to get my daughter to do this, and she's in love right now, and I really believe they can make it. And I want to bring out this here point. She took advantage of her youth. She took advantage of her youth because as a youth, you can still stay home as long as you can and make money. Listen, she said that I bought a house, stayed in it for a little while, and then rented it out. She bought another house. Well, did you stay in the first one at all?
I did. I stayed in the first one for a year.
She stayed in the first one for a year. And this is the kind of stuff people talk about, but it don't make sense. I told everybody put in there cray.
Cray.
We're crazy.
Where's that Ashton said earlier? Yeah, cray.
Who buy houses, stay in it for a year and say, you know what, I'm gonna move out and let somebody else move in. That's something people dream about.
But I'm not gonna sell it.
I'm not gonna sell it.
I'm gonna make it an investment.
People dream about that. We talk about that as younger people. We're gonna buy a house and stay in it for 2-3 years and turn it into investment property. And folk be lying. They know good and well they ain't got the guts to do it. This young lady was cray.
Twice.
And when it did it twice. And listen, and now the house is paying for itself.
That part.
So I gotta applaud you for those who listening. She realized I need a house, but somebody else need a house too. So if I take this house, I didn't buy my dream home. I bought a house.
That part.
Which could be somebody else's blessing.
Come on.
How can you bless somebody and still make money?
Come on. Wait, can we pause all you that's watching? Look, because we got some. I know y'all can't see the background. Y'all in the background, but I'm gonna need y'all to heart it up and show some love to these women in business and
young women.
Young and minority. Come on. That's a reason, but yeah, thank y'all. Okay, go ahead, husband.
And I'm even say that Miss Garrett have and I let her tell a testimony either now or maybe another call. She faced some true adversity. And she could have said, you know what, just licked her wounds and just say, let me get a 9 to 5 and just, figure this thing out. But she took the fight that she had to use to overcome that. And she said, you know what, if I already know how to fight, let me keep fighting in a different direction.
Right.
That's just powerful to me, man. So I want to let you know that this young lady, Miss Legacy herself, and I don't care what you say, don't tell me that ain't her name. That's her name, doggone it. Her name is Legacy herself. She took a dream and made it a reality. But that's
Yeah.
not it. She didn't stop there. She did not stop there. Go ahead and talk about the rest of your legacy you're building.
Yeah, so the second business I have is called Legacy Transfers. It started because I just bought a Cricut machine and a heat press off of Facebook Marketplace last year, and I
Hold up.
never do
No,
anything.
wait, hold up, wait. That was the original one you bought, or that was that's not the major one you bought, right?
No, that's
Okay,
not the
got you.
major one.
Okay, so go ahead. I thought you were just downplaying that cricket. I'm like, that ain't no cricket, but go ahead.
No. So I started off with a Cricut, and I was layering vinyl. It was making me a decent profit. I had, steady business, but I was like, there's got to be more to this. And so the place that I was going to buy my supplies, they kept talking about gang sheets. I'm like, what is a gang sheet? So I did my research, found out what a gang sheet was, started offering that to my customers, and they fell in love with it. It's like, okay, so now I'm paying this other business to make these gang sheets for me. How can I become that person for other people? So I did my research, found a machine in China, took a chance, leaped out on faith, bought the machine, got it here right before Christmas, and was able to make Christmas shirts with that machine. So I now can either make the shirts myself, I can supply the gang sheets or single transfers for other business owners. And then I also tapped into the fact that the supplies have to come from China. And so people over here, they don't want to wait that long for shipping. So I buy the supplies in bulk and then I turn around and sell it to the other business owners here.
I got to ask a question. I got to ask a question. I got to ask a question. Miss Garrett, not Miss Garrett, Legacy. Do you like making shirts?
I don't. I didn't know if y'all wanted me to say that, but I don't like
No,
I
because
don't like making shirts.
that's the point of it. Because most people say, I make shirts, so let me start a business making shirts. And then you find out before you know it, I really don't like shirts, and I really don't like this. But you figured out how to do something you didn't like, but how to turn it into a, write this down for those who don't know this. You turned into a B2B concept, a business to business. Even though not both of these young ladies started doing it themselves, but they knew eventually I can hire this out because Miss Garrett right now, Miss Garrett started off cleaning, but she realized quickly, okay, I built a business that I really don't. You don't like cleaning, do you, Miss Garrett?
No, not really.
Who like cleaning? But I can get it going, and that's what I say. To become profitable. Now listen to this here. Listen to this here. I'm gonna back this down. Then I'm gonna let them talk, and I'm gonna shut up. Listen, if for me to become profitable, I can say, okay, let's say Miss Garrett like cleaning, and she say, I like cleaning houses. Whoever said that ever, I don't know who do, but anyways, I like cleaning houses. So I'm gonna go start a business cleaning houses. And let's say that she started a business cleaning houses and that she was gonna clean forever. How many houses can Miss Garrett clean in a day? Only as many as she can do herself. Well, she may make some money, but when she get down to it and she count all her costs, all her driving, all the time, sweat, and tears, her value that she's worth, at the end of the day, she may clear a profit of maybe $100. And that's not a lot of money. That's not, who want to wake up and say, I got a business to make $100 a day. That's 365. That's a lot of money. So she had to figure out, how do I take this business and make it something that's profitable? I started business with something I don't like. I started business with something that the world like, and I get it started. But now I can hire other people to do it. So now I can move on to find more contracts to get this done. Miss Legacy said, you know what? Hey, this sounds like a pretty good idea. Let me get a machine that can produce for other businesses. I can easily hire a little cousin or a person, out there and say, for every percentage that you sell, for everything we make a percentage and hire them to make the game sheet. She don't have to sit there and make the game sheet. She can move on to something she like. So, baby, you want to say something before we introduce them and let them kind of talk about this?
I just say, first of all, those you watching, look, I'm just a, yeah. Those of you watching, go ahead, like and share so that other people can hear about this conversation when it comes down to creating profitable businesses, and not just businesses, stuff you like to do, but stuff that other people like to do that you can hire to do. And you have multiple ways or multiple jobs that are going on at one time versus you making the candle, you doing the hair, you doing the cleaning, you doing the t-shirts. The power in partnership. Type that. Power in partnership. The power in partnership is making sure you partner with the right people so that you can have a profitable business. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say. But we do have a topic. I do want to deep dive into this topic that we are discussing, is how, because so many people ask how to have a profitable business. And these two young ladies, yes, they are a part of the den. Come here. They are a part of the den. And yes, I'm saying, did you hear me? Lions Den Small Business Community. They are a part of it. And we have watched them evolve, even in business credit. Come here. They didn't got funding. Come here. Cars in the LLC. Okay. So stuff like that hasn't happened. But I'm going to let them tell their own story. But yeah, go ahead, husband. I'm sorry. That's all I got to say. I'm just going to be the background girl.
And that's key. That's key, because some people say, well, somebody's gonna listen to this live, so make sure y'all kind of put all this in there. Somebody's gonna listen to this live and say, okay, I got the secret. I don't need to join a den. I don't need to listen about it because I want to be self-made. I want to know in the end that I did it by myself. I got the secret. That's what it is. I got to find something that somebody's doing out there into the world and go do it myself. And they don't realize there's so much that you got to do before you get started that the den helped out with. So real quick, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go turn over to you ladies. We called you here this early morning. That's when you got to catch lines. You got to catch lines in the morning. If you wait too late, you lose them.
Yeah, we got to work. Come 8 o'clock. Everybody trying to find a contract. We trying to work. But I would say
we're trying to eat. We're trying to eat.
We gotta eat. I would say type this in the screen as we get prepared to talk about this conversation again. Thank y'all for joining. Make sure you like, share, and all that great stuff. But type in the screen how to start a profitable business. Somebody type profitable. We love when you collaborate and dialogue with us and let us know we're not by ourselves out here in these streets. And they can't see y'all. So I got to make sure they know there's somebody here listening to them. So type profitable. But go ahead, husband. I'm sorry.
So no, like I said, my wife was saying, I'm gonna say this last thing, and you started a hair business, and now you're frustrated because you're not making ends meet. You started a barbershop, and you're frustrated because this is like, dang, I'm not making enough money. You started all these businesses, and you were trying to figure out, why am I not profiting? Why am I not able to take vacation like everybody take vacation? Why I'm not enjoying entrepreneurship? Stop. Don't quit. Don't go back to the Monday to Friday to 5, what we call the zoo. You're in the jungle. These ladies are going to tell you how to survive in the jungle. Go ahead, Ms. Garrett. Kind of talk about this, this concept we're dealing with, and how did it apply to you, and how did you go from where you are? Tell them what made you choose cleaning and how you convert that. Go ahead. It's in your mic, in your hand.
Well, let me back up. I want to kind of emphasize on my story of how I got here, where I am today. I was at a 9-to-5, and I decided, hey, it have to be more than this to life. And I was like, who made up all of these rules? And why do I have to obey all these rules 9-to-5? And I have to tell somebody that I want to go somewhere. And so I wanted to build my own flexible schedule. I wanted to be able to have that freedom. I am a mother, so that flexibility really helps when, you have the kids' sports and things that they're in. So I was like, what else is out there? And so, of course, the Lions Den kind of helped me with that, just seeing different things, different aspects, introducing new things. So I was like, okay, well, if they say this is out here, then it's more out here. That's kind of what let me know that it's more than what I could see or what I was surrounded around. So then I decided, I kind of talked to them, and I was like, I don't know, I just feel like I need to do something else. They didn't know, but yeah, I left my job, my 9-to-5.
We didn't tell her to do that.
No,
Please let everybody know that we didn't.
They did not tell me. Of course, just preparation and doing what I needed to do.
I told you, DM members are cray cray.
So yeah, I turned in my 2 weeks resignation. I actually gave them 3 weeks because I had a role that really needed me to train someone. So I did give them that. So I gave them actually 3 weeks, and then I left and came started being an entrepreneur full time. So, yeah, that's when I started the cleaning service business and started doing a lot of back end work. It was a lot that went into it. But I fought for it. I feel like that was something that I could really do. So I just feel like if you're wanting to start a business, being consistent in what you believe in and have confidence, I think that's key too as well, that you can do it. So bet on you is what I like to say.
I
But why
love it.
did you? I got to. But so we talked about the fact that you were doing coaching, and I would tell us here, right? I'm a business consultant. I love helping businesses, and I mean, right now, that's something we could talk about later. But when we first started our business, I wanted to go out and start helping one business at a time. I was able to help your pastor out. I tested my skills on her. And I was able to go to Lakeisha Miles. Shout out to Lakeisha, one of the best chefs around, and I was able to help her business out. But I found out real quickly I could only help so many people. I still love helping businesses. We later figured out to convert into the Lions Den to be a different type. That's a whole different business shift model. It's all about how do you shift your business model to be able to serve multiple people. But you start off and you really like helping people, and in your mind that I can make it a nonprofit, I can figure out how to make this money work, and you figure out real fast that it wasn't. So what made you choose cleaning? What was the thing that made you think, okay, this is something I can try? And you jumped all in, ankles, head, feet, and toes.
I started cleaning because people would ask me, hey, do you clean? Do you clean? Of course I clean.
Right.
I'm a mama. I'm a mother. I take care of my house.
So I started, people were calling me and I was like, oh, they really pay. So I gave them my price. I was able to set the price and they were willing to pay that. So I
Wait a
was
minute,
like,
G's
okay,
on the main line. Hold on. You were able to set your own price.
my own price.
Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I set my own price and they were willing to pay that. So I say, yeah, it was actually STEM for my son. My 16-year-old son, he's like, why won't we just start a business? And I was like, okay, well, let's try this if we're going to go in together. So actually me and my son going into business together. So he is a co-owner of the business as well.
Also is a
Awesome.
Junior Lions Den member. For those who, if you want to know what's a Junior Lions Den, I will tell you this here, inboxes. The Junior Lions Den is off and popping. But let's talk about that price piece, because this is where community comes in. So Miss Garrett gave me her price, and I was like, whoa, what was wrong with that price, Miss Garrett, at first?
I wasn't counting all of the expenses and then paying people. I was only looking at, because it was me starting out, that I just want to pay me. So I had to think I need to factor in how much I would pay my employees.
And so we got on the phone, Power and Community, and
Mhm.
the Lions Den. Like I say, you're gonna hear it a lot. That's why I wore the shirt this morning, because
I can't.
I'm proud of our community. You listen, pride is a sin. I'm not proud of me. I'm proud of our community. Amen. I'm proud of the community because we are community. We are family. And this is what happened. She came to us, and I knew construction. I don't know cleaning, but I knew cleaners, and immediately, kind of explain, if you can, Miss Garrett, in your words, what was the power of the community converting your business from a good idea, because you could have started the cleaning company outside of the den. You could have started cleaning, and what do you think the Lions Den helped you with in making that profitable and really making it profitable?
I remember Covington Bishop, I asked him, hey, how can I learn numbers? I need to know my numbers and what I can do to be profitable. And he broke it down to the point to where I was able to understand what it is that I need to do to become profitable, and where my numbers should look like or need to look like within the range, so that I'm able to have a sustainable business.
And then we connected her with somebody, because we don't know everything. Talk a little about that conversation you had with the people we connected you with.
So I had a few people that they encouraged me to kind of go out and kind of talk to other people that's in the industry. So when I talked to them, I was able to pick their brains. They were so nice to, give me that opportunity to kind of pick their brain. I asked a lot of questions. Hey, what about this? What about that? Just because you don't see everything on the back end of what goes into the business. And so they were able to give me insight of the industry specifically for their business, which was helpful.
So that's one thing I'll tell you. it's so much we don't know. We have a saying, and somebody type this down: you don't know what you don't know.
Mhm.
And time is the most valuable asset. If you can buy time, you can. Write that down, type it down. You can buy time. You can buy time and you can waste time. And when you're trying to become a profitable business, time is the most valuable asset. So if I can find somebody who already know this, if I can find somebody who already doing this and how they did it, and most people are like, well, nobody want to share the secret. No, 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 no. Only broke folk don't like
Mhm.
sharing secrets.
Yeah.
People who are successful don't mind helping other people become successful. But when you broke, you're trying to figure out how can I win by myself. But when you get out there in the streets and you realize, man, hold up, this is not a competition. This is a collaboration. The more people out here doing it, we can work together. Maybe we can partner together. You can get the ones I can't get, and da 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 da. We all work together. And so it's all about figuring out what you don't know. You can buy time. And when you buy time, you don't waste time, and you can make it to where you're trying to go faster. So thank you so much, Mr. Garrett, for sharing. Miss Legacy,
Thank
so
you.
you trying to get to that person who in your shoes, what mindset put you in a place to where, you know, I'm bigger than just a 9 to 5. I'm bigger than just me hustling off of my hobby. What put you there? I want to kind of get them to get to know your mindset because there's so many other people out there wish their daughters and children and young people was like you. Explain us who you are and what got you there.
Before I jump into that, Bishop, I don't know if Miss Garrett has told y'all, but we're actually working together now. So I have a tenant that's
Hold up,
moving in
hold up.
this
Wait,
weekend.
Is that the den in full effect already? Did I just talk
come
about
on,
the
It
full
is.
effect den?
It is. And while you were talking about collaboration, I was like, okay, I think this is the perfect time to bring it up. So I have a tenant that's moving in this weekend, and I need a move-in cleaning. And so I reached out to Miss Gary, like, hey, what's your prices? Are you available? She sent me the information over. And could I have gone down there and tried to clean myself? Probably so. But that's not something that I'm good with. That's not what I want to do. I'd rather pay somebody that I know does an excellence, knows her stuff, and then I don't have to worry about it. I know my property is ready for moving when my tenants get there. So
Can I stop right there and say that Miss Garrett is also we got a property that we just finished construction and we're tightening it up, and this Wednesday she going in and do our post construction cleanup. And listen, and her admission to the Lions Den is almost going to be paid back to you, Annie, Mr. Garrett. So the money
you
you
didn't think
paid
about
to
that,
get
did
into the
you,
den,
Garrett? Garrett, did you think about that?
No, I didn't.
by
I
the
didn't.
time you do the second property, you're going to get a bonus on top of what you paid to get into the den. And
Right.
so we're using her, and then Miss Legacy, we partnering with her by kind of working indirectly through her. She's selling her game sheets to the lady who makes some shirts for us. And we are, listen, another lady on, Miss Ashton Montrese, she's part of the den. Hey, Miss Ashton, listen, she paid to get part of the den. Half of her admission already been paid back to her because we partner with her. The den is a community. Did I talk about the den?
Yeah, we really didn't come on here to push the den, but hey.
I did.
But since we there, first of all, I want to say I celebrate y'all. I didn't even know. You know, we be waiting for Sunday celebration in the den. That's a celebration moment
It
that
is.
y'all are partnering to get. Come on here, Jesus on the main line.
I'm
I love
sorry.
it.
That was pause for the shameless plug of the
Yes.
Lions Den.
One more time. Can y'all type those that are watching, y'all joining all that, share like, okay? That you this is for free.com. This is some good juice.
Mhm.
Some good tips, some good gems for those that want to start, that are in business, or you want to scale it. I want you to type partnership. There's power in partnership.
Mhm.
There is power in partnership. So I celebrate y'all with that. That is, and ain't nobody losing no sleep or no money.
No, no, no.
Come here.
And listen,
And
we don't give discounts.
and I want to say this: not only are you sleeping, you didn't ask her how much she charged. You just paid her.
We just paid her.
Am I right or wrong?
We don't do
It,
discounts.
it ain't not that you don't say no. You got to bring that down a little bit. No, you understand her worth. You understand her value. So we
Yeah.
just gonna pay. Well, how much? Okay, we gonna do that. Let's go.
all right, send me the invoice.
Send me the invoice. Let's go.
Yep.
If partnership costs you, that's not partnership. That's liability. That's
As you say, the
liability.
Lions
And
did look
listen,
real bad. I know
and
that's
I'm
right.
gonna say it real quick, and I'm gonna give it to Mr. Legacy. Is that so? This is the whole concept of the Lions Den because we realize going from the zoo 8 to 5, 5 Monday to Friday, to the jungle, the entrepreneur world, you can't walk in the jungle alone. You never seen an animal walk by themselves in the jungle. Even lions run in prides or groups together. because they realize we're stronger together. So only in your Monday through Friday to 5 do you sit in your cubicle by yourself, because you know for a fact they bringing you your food. You don't have to run together. I here to eat. To eat, you got to hunt, and you got to go together. And you got the wrong part, you're gonna get attacked and ate up and spit out. So we realized to run together in this entrepreneur world, we need a pride. We need a group of us, and that's why we're a family. This legacy, talk to us and kind of explain, that person who thinks like you, who maybe they were thinking, I'm gonna make t-shirts. I'm gonna make one t-shirt at a time. I'm gonna do a family reunion, and I'm gonna do a birthday party, and you get tired. How do you convert that mindset to, hold up, I need to figure out how can I go from a B to C, business to customer model, to a B to B model? What's that mindset shift?
Yeah, it's really just understanding people have needs and how can I meet the need. Like you said, just one birthday party, one family reunion, it may be enough to cover a light bill for the month, but it's not something that's going to be sustainable and be profitable over time. So anything that I go into, I'm looking at how can I meet the needs of people who are going to meet the need, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
there are other people who want to also make t-shirts. They also want to be this person. How can I now be their supplier? And so that's the mindset I took with buying the machine. Because like I said, I can either be the one to make the shirts, I can sell the supplies to make the shirts. So it was kind of, I get it both ways. So now I can be my own supplier and I can be a supplier for others. So you just have to look at the mindset. Whatever you have is all you need. And you just have to figure out, the best way to monetize that and to meet the needs of other people. It's the same thing with real estate. I didn't get in it for the money. I got in it to try to have affordable housing, for people that need it. And so with the Airbnb, my prices weren't as easy as some of the Airbnb prices you see with the service fees and all of the crazy stuff. I just wanted to be able to cover my fees, but also, obviously make a profit, but have somewhere that people, who's maybe going through a hard time can have somewhere to go and they're not being overcharged for it. I was able to take advantage of when the interest rates dropped. So could I have double my prices like everybody else? Probably so, and made a big profit, but that's not what I'm in it for. I'm in it for the people and how can I meet the needs of people. And that's kind of the mindset I go in with.
Wow, wow. And listen, and this is the key thing I think that a lot of people hear, because yeah, you meet needs, right? But truthfully, there's somebody out there who think to themselves that, I can't do this. I'm not natural. You're just special. You're different. Because I think that's who I was. I used to be a guy that sat on the sideline and I envied y'all. I had a best friend of mine. Shout out. Can y'all hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Shout out to Pastor Hines, Billy Ray Sean Hines. That joker was a entrepreneur before he hit the ground. His uncles, his aunties, his cousins, his mama, everybody. I don't think anybody on there ever worked on a Monday to Friday 8 to 5. And when he
Mm-mm.
tried to work on a Monday to Friday 8 to 5, it didn't work for him. He didn't do well. And so he was a logger. Now he's a contractor. And so I envied him because I was a born and bred employee. I was a born and bred. My daddy was an employee. My mom was an employee. Everyone around me was employees. And it was scary to depend on myself. My wife was a born and bred entrepreneur. Her mama did taxes. Her daddy did, construction and all kind. So she married, and what happens when a entrepreneur marry an employee?
Ooh. Yeah.
And I'm holding her back from becoming an entrepreneur because I'm the dominant one in the house, right? So what do you say, or what do y'all say to that person that say, oh, they different, they was made different, they knew this, how to do this? I mean, can y'all explain that a little bit to them? Because I really want to remove that doubt out of the minds of the people who thinking that I can't be profitable, I can only do a hobby, I can only make what I call, what we call it, what do you call it when you get income that's an additional to a small income that's an additional to your larger income? What we call that?
Extra.
It's not extra. It's another word for it. But anyways, it's I can't think about it. Anyways, I'm gonna make this a little additional, a
Like a
little hustle
hustle.
money. It's like a
Hustle.
hustle, but it's
Yeah.
more form. It's another formal word for it.
Yeah.
So a something income. Anyways, I can't think about it. Just what do
Yeah.
y'all say to that person, either one of y'all, who think that I can only make hustle money? I really can't shift. I have to just stick to a Monday to Friday 8 to 5. Either
Mm.
one.
You can go, Miss Garrett.
But I got a special question for Garrett because that's the big question. So go ahead, Miss Garrett. I want you to talk about that because you don't want to quit your job. That's
Yes.
bold.
It is. So you don't have to. That's just the mindset that we are trained to think that way, just because that's all we've seen. So it is scary, but it's also about the faith and where you want to go in life. So to get there, you have to move in a different direction. I like the saying of what got you here won't get you there. So where you standing at now, you can't continue to stand where you're standing. You got to move and go a different direction to get to where you want to go. And yes, it is scary, but it's doable, and you're capable, more than capable, because like what Miss Legacy said, what you have already is all that you need. You have it already. You just got to go ahead and step out on it, activate it.
Yeah.
And that's huge because now Miss Garrett, she quit her job. That's bold,
Yes.
right? Um, I've been working. My wife quit her job too. It's bold, and just that's another story.
That last one let me go. I said I ain't going back. Yeah.
That God told her that she was bigger than a job. I'm
Yeah.
still with my job, and listen, and so that's not everybody's story. You listen. If you learn how to start a business that you don't do, did we just come full circle? If you learn how to start a business you don't do,
You
you
can
can hire
still.
somebody else to do it. You can keep your job, and then you can hire somebody else to manage it.
Come
Ain't that
on.
right, Legacy?
Absolutely. So I still work. I won't say a 9 to 5, but I work remotely. So I have the flexibility to do what I need to do for my business as well as for my job. And so I haven't got to Miss Garrett's faith level where I'm ready to just jump out in the deep
Right.
end yet. But I do think that time is coming, probably sooner than I'm expecting. But yeah, but I have a vision of opening up a location where I can, for the people who don't know what Harwin is where you go and you can buy things at wholesale price. And it's just a long strip of places and different shops. So I have a vision of opening that here in my local town, in Cleveland.
Go ahead.
Like
Go
we don't have
ahead.
to go to Harwin to get everything. That's an hour and a half drive for us. You can come here to Legacy Transfers and we can get you t-shirts. We can get you vinyl. We can get you your game sheets.
Wait.
You don't have a heat press at home, we can help you. So it's like I still use my 9 to 5 to make sure the bills are paid and to also be an investment into my business. But I also understand that you have to take those steps, so that because I want to be able to employ people as well. And I know I can't do that working out of this room that you all see.
Hang on a
Yeah,
second.
wait. You made me want to holler. Wait, can listen? Okay, for those of you that watch it again, those of you that join, I'm gonna stop and always say like, share, and all that great stuff and dialogue. But girl, can y'all heart it up? First of all, did you just say you want to buy a strip?
Yes. At first, I just wanted to just have my little place that I rent out, but I want to get the whole strip at some point.
I told you we
wait.
crazy.
You just
We
dropped-
are crazy. We crazy.
we crazy.
Miss
Listen,
Shine, put that again, Miss Shine. We
what's
crazy.
Cray. I gotta find it. I'm gonna need to save for Cray.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Listen, Shine. We crazy up in here. Let me tell you something. This girl just said, and here's the thing. Not only I'm gonna say this, and nothing to my Caucasian and other ethnicities, but listen, this is a young Black woman that just said that I want to strip, and she know it's possible. Can you type in the screen? Anything is possible with God. I guess I'm gonna go church. With God, you can do anything. You can have whatever you want to have because God said, I own a cattle on 1,000 hills. That if you put your mind to it, I've made you in my image and I'm a creator. So I've made you so you can create.
Wow.
Come here. Like you become a creator.
Can I bring up something right quick?
That girl say a shopping strip.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. You don't look in yourself and say, "Hey, self, I want to bring Harwin to Cleveland."
Come here, self.
That ain't self, is it? That's not. You can't look at you and say. You can look at you and say, "I know how to cut hair." You can look at you and say, "I know how to cut grass." You can look at you and say all these things you know how to do. But you can look at you and say, "I'm gonna bring Harwin to Cleveland." You
Okay,
can't
for
do
those
that.
of you that are not in Texas, because we got people that I bless the Lord, because I got people that follow me that's not in Texas. So let me tell you, for not in Texas, Harwin is a strip
No, listen, Harwin not just
of
strip.
shopping centers.
People drive. Listen to this here. This is the key thing here, baby. She didn't look at herself and say that. She looked into the world and saw all these folk driving down to Harwin. if I can stop them from driving to Harwin, they can stop by Cleveland. And I just said Cleveland don't offer much. Cleveland is a
You
pass-through
did.
city.
You did. You said that.
Miss Legacy say, I'm gonna make Cleveland a stop-by city because
We just
instead of
we just said this. We said, man, because somebody asked Bishop this question. They said, well, why wouldn't you build a business in Cleveland? Why wouldn't you build? Well, what's the purpose of building a business here? And what's the purpose of building a business there, like in our surrounding areas? He was like, look at Huntsville. Huntsville got TDCJ, right? And y'all know because you was at the den. At the workshop, the opportunities that we about to go to in the den on May the 9th. Come here, May 7th, one of them days. So we know that TDCJ, and you got the college, right? Then you got Conroe. Conroe has what? Conroe has all these businesses. They have the lake. And so people are attracted to the lake. You got the
Livingston got prison, you got the lake.
They got the lake in Livingston. So people do like Airbnbs in that area. And he said, but Cleveland don't. They don't have it. It's like a drive-by city. You just said, I don't care if it is drive-by. We finna make it stop. We're gonna make folks, girl, come on here.
And it's crazy that you mentioned that, because all the places you just mentioned, our school is bigger than those places. Like we could have 2 6A high schools in Cleveland right now.
But listen, the problem. Well, the problem in Cleveland is that the school is growing huge, but unfortunately, the children that's going there, parents don't pay taxes. So the educational system is the largest income stream in the city, but it's not generating the income it should because the taxpayers are not there. So the city is actually it's collapsing inside out. Yep. So you just told them, I'm going to build an infrastructure that add to it, because people are going to come here by my place and they're going to buy gas. They're going to come to my place, they're going to buy food. They're going to come to my place and they're also going to go buy supplies, because we're going to.
Listen, let me say this. The topic of today, for again, those of you that's joining, make sure you like and share. I'm gonna continue to say that. And if you want to join the den, come join us. But listen, I want to say this is that here's the thing that we got to realize. In order to have a profitable business, somebody say, in the name of Jesus Shopping Center. Hello, good morning, Miss Ashley. Here's the thing. In order to have a profitable business, you got to be able to have a mindset of meeting the need.
Yes.
And that to open a shopping center that is not there, that not just saying a shopping center, but you have to have a plan of the shopping center. Like, what is it going to do to benefit me or benefit those that are around me? Not necessarily me, but everybody around me. That it's going, okay, I need y'all not to drive way downtown.
We almost an hour.
I know, but there's 4 people on here. It's different.
Hey, I got a question, Miss Legacy, because listen, you were already a go-getter. We met you. The very first time me and my wife met you, we were blown away. Y'all, she put us in tears. Yes. I mean, literally. I don't cry at the drop of a hat, but this young lady put me in tears. And then when I learned her story, even at that, because Miss Garrett has overcome some major adversity. I'm not going to tell her story. She put it in the book, and I'm telling you, we're going to have a video just for her. But Miss Legacy also is dealing with some things right now that will cause some people to say, you know what, I'm going to shut down until all this over with.
Right.
See, when you're lying, you don't have excuses. You still got to eat.
You still got to eat.
Yep.
Whatever you go through, you can't let adversity stop you. So we crazy, but also we determined. But Miss Legacy, we met you. You were already moving. You were already doing some crazy things. You was already, risky, and you brought some things to us. So I got to ask you a question. What has the Lions Den done for you? Was it worth it for you joining the Lions Den? Was it waste your time?
Absolutely.
And talk?
No, it was absolutely what I needed. Like I said, I was already kind of moving, doing stuff. When I joined the Lions Den, I found other people like me. Like people, we say we're crazy. People make you think you're crazy because you have these ideas, you have this ambition, and it's like, man, like, am I really crazy? Like, am I different? And yes, we are different. And we're different together. And so just having that community and having you all to push me, and, just little things that I didn't have in line, that would have stopped me from getting funding or getting grants, that really, has helped me get to where I need. And I'm almost finished with that first phase. I'm so ready to get there, finish that first phase, and so that I can move forward. And I just know it wouldn't be possible had I continued doing it on my own. I think we said it 100 times. Collaboration is key, and I'm just glad that I found the den found me, however it happened, because it's really helped me in this process.
I want to
That is
say this.
awesome.
Tell them this because you just did something major. Do you mind? Because you know where I'm going to go. You
Yes,
just did
ma'am.
something major because you're going through the phase. So those that don't know, there's a development plan that the Lions Den offers, and there's a classroom set up, and we have a private class, all that great stuff. Again, go join the den. I'm gonna share a link in here. Sure is. While y'all are on here, because we loving the fact that y'all rocking out with us this early in the morning. For those that don't know, it's been a couple of folks on here, so appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. Like and share. But anyway, one of the things that I want you to share is that being a part of the den, you found out the power of your LLC.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you kind of explain that? Something you've done just recently with the power
Yeah.
of that LLC. Let's talk about it.
So I've had my LLC for a few years now. Didn't really know how to use it or what the power of it was. I just thought when you start a business, you go get an LLC. That's kind of what they tell you. But I've been establishing business credit, over time. And so this past maybe 2 weeks ago, I was able to go to the dealership and get a car in my business name.
Wait, pause. Can y'all congratulate right there? I'm gonna need you to heart it up. Not in her name. This is what you call business credit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not in her name, but in her business name. Go ahead, Sugar.
And this is not crooked because people teach you how to do stuff like go get a nonprofit and go get a car. You bet not.
You bet not.
Right.
And can I pause? Wait, bitch. I want to say this. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be on the back end again. I'm sorry. Nonprofit versus profit. Go watch our YouTube on our YouTube. Harden
Big
Enterprise
difference.
with Tonya Harden.
And most African Americans with a poverty mindset, I'm gonna say it right now, I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings. Most African Americans with a poverty mindset would rather start a nonprofit versus a LLC because in our mind we think free money. People gonna just send us your money. I promise you, free money without proper representation is gonna be imprisonment.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Hello. But a nonprofit belongs to the streets. It don't belong to you. Profit belongs to you. Know the difference. But go watch the video on the thing. But go ahead, Sugar. We didn't cut you off 3 times.
So,
but no, I want to say that because she got a car and she got it because she's been responsible. She's doing it the right way. And I want to ask this question because I think this is go ahead and finish, Ms. Legacy, and I'm gonna come back and ask my question.
Well, no, I'll just say it's a big moment. It just wasn't any car. It was a BMW all electric car at that. So not only am I able to put it in my business name, I'm contributing to the betterment of the environment, and just able to show other people that when you do it right, you have all of your numbers in order, you have all of your paperwork in order, and you're able to go make these purchases, and it doesn't hit your credit in any kind of way. So that's what I wouldn't have really known about that or taken that step had I not gotten the Lions Den.
That is so important. And listen, we are trying our best. People say, well, why would the Hardens? People, I want you to type this. Everybody on the live, I want you to type this. Why would the Hardens share this information? That's a big question. Because everyone is in this day and time, everybody got a scam, everybody got a scheme, everybody got, it's something behind it. You know what I'm saying? What's the big deal? I want you to type that in, and I want you to type it. I'm gonna come back and answer it. Why would the Hardens invite people? Because I'm the people. I've been scammed, and you always, what's the catch? What's the catch? So I'm gonna answer that question later, but I want to see at least 5 people type in there. Why would the Hardens?
You might have to say one word because it's quicker to just type real quick.
Just say put why.
Share.
Type in why.
Why.
5 people say why. Why? But I'm going to ask this question, Ms. Gare, because I think one of the biggest things that took me away from being thank you, Ms. Shine, that detract me from becoming an entrepreneur, and I always talk myself out of it because I would say I don't have the money. It's going to cost me too much money. And that investment, I can't afford my bills, less known trying to invest into a business. Can you destroy that myth? Did you have thousands of dollars sitting up to start a business?
No, I didn't. So when I left my job, I didn't have anything in savings actually.
Whoa. I was hoping you said that. I was hoping you didn't say I cashed out my 501c3. I was hoping you didn't say I cashed out my savings. I was hoping you didn't say that because the girl crazy already. And I really want to know how crazy she was. Because so many people say that. Well, you had a nest egg or whatever. Talk about that, sweetheart. I like that, Miss Ash. Miss Ash say what?
I did it. I had the last checks that were coming in from my 9 to 5. And what it is completely, I totally stepped out on faith. And what it is that I believed in, what it is that I could do, that I had something down on the inside of me that will come out. And I could say God has kept me the full way. Like he has shown me. I'm listening
Hold
to
up,
him.
wait,
So it's
because everybody don't know. Everybody don't know because somebody gonna say, "Oh nah, she got a husband at home paying all the bills." Will you tell them who you are?
I am a single mother of 2 boys. I have one in college, one still in high school. No husband, just me.
We ain't celebrating no husband. If she want a husband, we're gonna believe by faith.
It's
But
this year.
I gotta capitalize on that because some people gonna say that. Okay, I get it. She did it because she got a man. You know, her man got her man supporting her. She got a sugar daddy on the side or something like that. No, she a holy woman. Get it
That's
straight.
right. That
She a
is right.
holy woman. Her man is Jesus. That's her side piece. Is Jesus. So she was crazy enough to do it, but she did it on faith, man. And listen, I'm not telling nobody to quit the job, but I'm telling you, you don't need the money. Finish
All you
talking.
have to do is have faith. All you gotta, I tell people all the time, we don't have starting grace. We don't realize that if you start, God will grace you in the start, but you gotta start. You gotta have starting grace.
How many
Yes.
wives we got? How many wives we got? I got one
Oh, we
wife,
got a
2
lot.
wives.
You got I didn't already. It's more coming. I'm sorry. They out
Okay.
at the top. They
Gonna
didn't
say.
say why. So you got to tell them why, husband.
I'm gonna tell them why in a second. So
Right.
I love the fact that so no money, Miss Garrett, right? No money.
None.
So how much do you think, Miss Legacy? So start a business. How much would you say that? Because everybody's got the income taxes. Some people already spent it. I'm gonna use a shepherd lingo, Miss Butler. Everybody already spent it. But how much money do you think someone needs? Truthfully, let's be real. Let's be real. I like Miss Shine said, no side piece. I'm sorry. Let's be real about this right quick because y'all getting a chance to share what we always like to share, but people don't listen to us because we always talking. So I'm loving the fact that y'all talking about this. How much money do you think somebody need to actually start a business, to start a legit business, to get through your first phase? How much money do you think somebody need?
I think it kind of depends on what area you're in, but I mean, I will honestly say about $1,000. That's what it took me. It was what, 300 to get my LLC. I think I had to put 50 in the business bank account to get started. And then I bought my heat press, my Cricut, a few t-shirts. And that's how I got started. So I would say it was less than $1,000. And I just kept it consistent over time. And then y'all talk about it all the time, OPM, other people's money. That's what I did. I had to leverage my personal credit at first just because I didn't have any business credit, but I leveraged my personal credit to be able to purchase my machines and those things that I needed initially. And then now I'm able to move all of that to the business. So I would say about $1,000 to start, use what you have and then just scale that over time.
And somebody just said, "Oh, man, that's a lot of money." How many people have wasted $1,000 on a dress, shoes, and a purse and a night out? You just hit it, and you didn't make anything back from it. And truthfully, she said $1,000 because she had a business that needed some supplies. Really and truly, some people started a business with just, hey, let's get start hustling. Just don't wait. I'm gonna start hustling. I'm gonna get a pair of clippers or whatever it costs to get that first thing rolling, and you make it back. I gotta answer the question. I gotta answer the question because when we get out of time here, I'm getting in trouble if I don't hear
Wait,
you.
I want to do this one more thing before you answer the question because I know you're finna listen. Can y'all type OPM? Because she said something powerful. OPM. Type that in the screen. OPM.
OPM.
And if you've ever heard us say this, you heard us say other people's money. Both of these young ladies have used other people's money to do business.
Yeah.
Somebody say OPM, aka you can leave your money in the bank.
And we haven't even
let
shared.
It rest.
We haven't even shared our story at all.
We're gonna have to share one day. Listen, but I want you to type OPM. OPM, you use other people's money, and both of y'all have done that, aka other people's funding. Let's talk about. I just real quick before he answered the question. How did that work for your business, Garrett? And then I'm gonna come to you, Legacy.
Oh, it worked really well for my business. I was able to buy the supplies that I needed, the mops, brooms, things like that, to start the business.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
AKA, she walked into a bank and said, I need this amount of money. And
For
they
my
gave
business.
her that amount of money with her LLC.
Yes.
Well, actually, I walked in expecting a certain amount. And they actually gave me double of what I asked for.
I'm done.
Oh,
Good night. Bye-bye. I'm done. I'm trying to cut the screen off. You
Same
know,
here.
I
hello.
know I'm a
Can
pastor.
y'all
I'm a
heart it
king.
up? That part, I didn't even know that, Gary. Come on. Legacy, kind of tell us.
No, hold on, wait. Did
Oh, I'm
you have?
sorry.
Did you have great credit, personal credit, Miss Garrett?
I did. I've worked on my credit, so I did have decent credit.
Decent credit, but was it great?
It was
Was it
decent.
800? Was it 800 or higher?
No.
So you don't have to have great credit. You got to have decent. I would tell you, you got to have decent credit, but you don't have to have great credit. Stop the lies. Stop the lies. You talk yourself out with lying to yourself. I got to have an 800 credit score with $10,000 in the bank. Stop the lies. Keep
Stop the
going.
lies. You can use other people's money. Get your money right. Get your paperwork right. All right, Legacy, tell us. How did they, baby Legacy, you I'm gonna need you to make a shirt and just say Legacy. That's it. But go ahead, Legacy, tell us.
Yeah, so when I started, from the first business with real estate, when you buy your first house, you put up the down payment, you get all of this stuff, you don't really have any money to furnish the house at that point. I feel like I barely had enough. And so I used other people's money to furnish my Airbnb. And so that's how I got started with that. And then same thing. So by the time I got to my getting my machine, I had built up some credit because it had been a couple of years, but it still wasn't. It's not over 800. But there are people out there, and I try to do a lot of stuff online. Anybody who knows me know I'm the behind the scenes person. I don't like face to face. I just feel like let me just do it online, submit the application, and be done. But when you actually have your paperwork together, you go into the bank, you present yourself, you look like somebody who knows what they're talking about. They will be more receptive to what you're saying. And like Ms. Garrett said, I went into the bank as well to get a card. And the amount I was like, I just need a couple $1,000s, and they gave me way more than that. And that's how I was able to kind of purchase the machine and kind of go through from there. But it's definitely things out there. There's business lines of credit. There's credit cards, small business loans. There's a lot of options out there. And I think what really got me at the workshop was just seeing how much money is available out here that we got to take advantage of, and we don't know about it, so we're not able to take advantage of. And so that's what I'm looking forward to adding to my business in the coming days, is being able to tap into that money that's available.
Come
I'm
on.
gonna say this. Go ahead, baby.
Now just type in there's power in OPM. I need you to keep that in your spirit. Power in OPM. Other people's money. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna say this here. I know we've been having fun this morning. Everybody, I thank y'all for tuning in with us. I know some of y'all got to get to work, so I better hurry up because it's about to be 8 o'clock. I'm gonna answer the question, but I want to say this here for those who are watching and you still working with the earphones in your ear. I know we've been having fun, but listen, let's answer the question why. Why? We realized that God gave us opportunity to be in rooms that we didn't deserve to be in. And Bishop Woodard prophesied to us years ago. Shout out to my bishop, my first lady, Lady Woodard. They prophesied to us years ago. Before we was pastors. I never forget, he's walking around the church and he walked past me and he stopped and he came back and he said these words to me. He said, God's going to bless y'all because he can trust y'all. I didn't understand what that meant until I found out the more that God gave us, we felt obligated to share it.
Yeah.
And we're not the type of people that we would share it later. And we found out when we shared it, God bless us more. When we shared it, God bless us more. It's like when you pull the cup out, God fill the cup back up. So the reason we've done this because, man, when we started getting access to all this stuff, you think we'll start seeing ahead of all the stuff we can get. When we started getting access to all this information, all these things, we started feeling a hurt. We started feeling a pain because still looking back at our people and start realizing, man, no one has told us this. No one has shared this with us. And it's not like they're keeping it back. They think we know, but we don't know. I mean, we read books like Rich Dad, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the Richest Man in Babylon. We read so many books, and it's stuff that we're unlocking that our generation don't know. So I look back, I don't look forward, and we don't look forward and say how much money we can make. We look back and say, we got to fix this problem, this disparity that's been created. And so why do we do it? God broke our heart, and we tried. People say, well, y'all trying to do it for money. You know what? At the end of the day, think what you want to think. We try to give the Lions Den away for free. We did. It didn't work. Miss Garrett been there since day one. People didn't show up consistently. It was not right. People would come in and come out there, try to get that backdoor information and take off running with it, and it was wrecking
I'm
themselves.
ready.
We
Yeah.
slowly added a price to it. It was $25. That still didn't work. It wasn't until we got to the sweet number of $600 a year that people started paying attention. And listen, and I can sit back and try to flip it around and say what I want to say, but $600, it take us more than $600 to run the platform. I mean, they'll tell y'all, now let them come back with this. Please come back and explain to them all the technology that we use to run this thing. And even with the people in it now, it's still not enough money to cover. We give away free shirts, we give away free information. There's so much stuff we do. So $600
Oh,
is not
wait a
enough.
minute. And we partner with other folk.
And
That's
we partner with other folks.
yeah.
And so so they go. I promise you, Miss Dendra and everyone else in there. And if you work the den will pay you back. Am I right, y'all?
That's right.
The den will pay you back, and indirectly through contracts, through partnerships. So we do this because there is a disparity. There is a disparity. We don't know these things, and we see our people out there trying to do on their own, and we try to make a room for us to do it together in. And yeah, is it selfish? Yes. We now know we're building a network of people we can work with that we trust and we know.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. So this is why we're doing it. But do y'all want to talk real quickly about the actual the whole entire platform and how is it structured and I mean the technology we use because they'll never know the money we put into it to make it work. Y'all want to talk about that? Whoever want to go first? I'm gonna call y'all. Y'all gonna look at each other. Go ahead, go ahead, Miss Garrett. You start, then I'm gonna go to Miss Legacy.
Yeah, so it's a lot that goes in it. I've been here since day one of the transition from where we started to where we are now, and with the assignments and everything that they put into it to give us like our own personal plan, things like that, that takes time and effort. And so I mean, I want to say I really appreciate you guys for putting in the time and effort for that. So yeah, it's really good. It's a platform to where we can go to one place and get everything that we need on the level that we're on, our business is on. So I really enjoyed this new process.
Gotcha. Thank you so much, Miss Legacy.
Yeah, I echo everything what you said. I just want to talk to the person who is think that when we say assignments that you're gonna have to do so much. I was a little skeptical coming in because I was in college for like 8 years. So I'm like, man, I've done all the assignments in the world. I don't want to go back to school. But it is not that at all. Everything that you do is practical and it's helping you get your business in order. It's helping you with your motto, your vision, your values, making sure you have a bank account, making sure all of your paperwork is set up correctly. So yes, you do have to put in the work, but it's going to help you in the long run. And just having access to everything online in the classroom, we can encourage each other, we can ask questions, we can share things that we're going through. And I just think that's been super beneficial to my process, and I know other people as well.
Yes.
Wow. We've been on this thing, babe. I'm turning over you. My name is Clyde Harden. I've been your instructor and director for this conversation. I relinquished my position. I thank you, ladies, so much. Y'all have been inspiration to us. I want y'all to know we keep going because of y'all. Every
Yeah.
person in the lines, then I mean, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Don't think you're gonna jump into the entrepreneurship world and think that it's no scrapes and scars. In the jungle, it is tough. But
Yeah.
if we build it right, it'll come back and take care of us. Baby, I'm putting them in your hands.
First of all, we want to say thank y'all for rocking out. But before we go and before we close out a little bit, we want to share a couple of things with you. Number one, I want these young ladies to share where can they find you? Where's your link? Where's your information? What's your website? Where can they go to get your information? I start with Garrett. No, Garrett, you the old school in the group. Come on. Yeah. I'm gonna start with Garrett. Where can they go?
To find me, my website is sjcleansweep.com, and you can submit your quote if you're looking for a quote, anything like that, looking at our services, what we offer. That would be the best way. We also have a Facebook page at S&J Clean Sweep as well. And then for the coaching, if you need a coach, you need a speaker to come out and speak to young ladies. I have Becoming the Change. So changingwithtori.com will be the website. And then on my Facebook page is Becoming the Change with Me. So just look me up.
Yeah. Find
Thank
her.
you.
Thank you so much. Go rock out with her. If you need a cleaning service, go rock out with her. And if you need especially if those that are watching and you have a group home with domestic violence, reach out to her. She does some major things there. Legacy, tell them where they can find you and where to go and all that great stuff.
And so both of my real estate properties are rented out at the moment. So I don't have anything there. But if you need gang sheets or transfers, you can go to legacy-transfers.com. And if you need custom t-shirts, you can message our page at Legacy Transfers on Facebook.
On Facebook, man, go rock up with them. Go like and share them, man. The more you like, the power of marketing is when you like. It allows other people. It allows it to be on their feed. So go rock out with them and go like their pages and be a part of what they're doing. Listen, if you want to be a part of the Lions Den, I wasn't gonna do all this, but since Dave was on here, we gonna just go and put it out there. If you want to be a part of the Lions Den, where we meet bi-weekly. Next week, actually, we do different things and we do different teachings and all of that. Please be a part of our Lions Den. This is the link. You can go and grab it and be a part of it. It's in the chat and as well as here. But you're able to go and be a part of that, man. Join us. You can join for, the 3 months, but you're going to join for a whole year to be a part of this community, this growing community where we network, we collaborate, and all of that great stuff together. So come be a part of that with us. We would love for you to join with us. It is going to be the best investment that you have made. And I'm not just saying that to sell, but it's going to be the best investment because we want to see you win out here in these government streets. Okay.
Amen.
We want to see you win and grab these contracts and build a legacy for your family. But most of all, man, we thank you again for rocking out with us and being a part of it and sharing and liking. But we want to encourage you, start. And if you've already started, we want to teach you how to sustain it. But if you want to know the difference and gaining a profitable business, it's not going to be through your nonprofit. Eventually you'll get there. But if you are the vice president or the president, baby, no, we can teach you a whole nother thing. Get ready for that. That's going to be coming up soon about nonprofits. But for now, we want to show you how to gain a profitable business that will be able to help you. And we're not telling you this to say that it's not possible. We're telling you because these Hardens out here, watch our page where we share with you the different ways, the stuff that we're doing. Go to Harden Enterprise Services LLC, as well as our Lions Den page. We have a Lions Den page, a small business community. Go like it. Be a part of that. Different things that we share that we are doing out here with multiple businesses, not just one, but 5. Come on here, glory. Thank God for it. And we can also show you how to do the same thing to where you're making more. Let's get back to eating and live on top of the world.
Amen.
That's all I got. Other than that, I thank y'all for rocking out. Thank y'all for being a part. Lions Den members. Happy Monday. Happy
hunting. Let's eat.
Stay blessed. Talk to
y'all
y'all
hang
later.
on, ladies.
Y'all hang on, ladies. Bye-bye.